It is a ubiquitous field that permeates all matter. It's a force that affects all systems and interfaces with all things. It is known as chi, prana, biofield, matrix, organ, mana, baraka, bioplasmic energy. It is everything. It is everything. The knowledge that our bodies are filled with life force energy and that this is directly connected to the quality of our health has been part of the wisdom of many cultures for thousands of years and has resulted in the development of many different forms of energy medicine. Basically, there are three main sources of life force energy: the sun, the air, the ground.
Theosophists who were trying to interpret what the yogis in India were saying about subtle energy, because they were one of the groups that helped bring this knowledge to the West in terms of energy medicine, defining the aura, which is the energy field around the body, the chakras, things like that. People who are energetically sensitive often can see these energy fields and they use them as part of their healing. Of course, most of us can't, and scientists, are kind of in a way trained not to even believe in them. So it's been a process. In the last 30 or 40 years, I would say a real scientific knowledge of this energy has been evolving. And so now I can tell you that the Russians, for example, I talked about them in 2 chapters in the book, they call it torsion. It's the same energy as subtle energy. What they say is that whenever elementary particles change their spin, and I'll stop for a second because, normally our Western physics talks about particles, atoms, protons, neutrons, etc. Every one of those particles has a spin. It spins around an axis, just like the Earth spins around the North Pole, just the way a child's top spins around when you crank the handle up and down. So every particle spins in the same way. It has an axis of spin. What the Russians found is when that spin axis changes, it creates a wave, a force, that's a wave of twisting that travels through the universe. They call that torsion. It's the same energy that healers are sending long distance when you're doing healing. And they've been able to prove that in the laboratory.
Everything is spinning.
All things are in motion, and all things are spinning.
Spin is everywhere. Spin is in everything you see. Spin is what makes an atom an atom. Spin is what makes the Earth go round.
Everything has rotation and spin, which is accepted in science, but it's not explained.
To describe why it's spinning and why that spin is so important to keep everything in the dynamic system that it is, that's putting spin back into the equations, because spin is fundamentally at the foundation of why everything works the way it works.
Kundalini is a dormant energy within all mythology.
In Hindu mythology, Kundalini is a serpent goddess who rises through the base of the spine,
Coiled 3.5 times from the first chakra. Her name is Kundalini Shakti,
and she
and she represents the unfolding of divine Shakti energy, the energizing potential of the life itself, a living goddess who invigorates life into all things.
Kundalini is a condensed primal force, similar to the potential energy found in water. When released, it creates a vertical connection between the chakras by opening the 7 channels, known as the nadi. Most specifically, the central channel that moves up the spine, Sushumna. Kundalini can also be seen as a result of the chakras connecting to each other. Theoretically, as the chakras enlarge, the spinning of one
Theoretically, as the chakras enlarge, the spinning of one can enhance the spinning of the one above or below it.
June 10th, 2013, around 5 a.m. I woke up to the Kundalini energy vibrating strong in my sacral chakra, a vibrating and a sense of irony through my middle system. My body was physically spasming, my head
Mr. Krishna, you have had a Kundalini experience. I wish you could explain what a Kundalini experience is and what its ramifications are.
It is a pleasure for me also to answer it. Now, according to the present view, evolution is a process by which life has progressed on Earth from simplest cellular organizations to more complex ones. For instance, it is held that the first organism was a one-cellular growth, which later on became more and more and more complex until it culminated.
Getting up made me dizzy, and I thought I was going to purge. I laid back down, and the energy started with a strong vibrational force. It made its way up from the earth, up my legs, up and down.
How a plant grew into an animal, how a fish became a reptile, how a reptile became a quadruped. These questions are not very satisfactorily answered. All that is said is that this happened by chance.
At the same time, I can feel a tickling sensation in my head and my brain. Electricity reigns inside my brain with bliss.
Some Greek philosophers held that life had grown by evolution. Similarly, there is also an Indian theory of evolution, but the difference between the Indian theory and the Darwinian concept is that it is the soul that evolves. It is not matter. It is not the primary cell built of matter which is evolving, but that there is a principle, a live principle which is evolving from various primary formation into more.
But I know I'm being healed, and this is healing. At one point I feel an intense sense of relief because she shuts down my mind. It's an incredible sense of losing all of my anxiety, as if I am shot with hundreds of needles of Valium inside my heart, and my hands are vibrating.
Now the question arises, could dead matter, without any intelligent energy or principle in it, purely by accident and random mutations, develop into man?
She then begins to drum my muscles, bounding on them. I begin to hear a buzzing drone sound of drumming, and my pulsing, aching pain fills my muscles. It hurts, but I know I'm being healed. This is the healing.
While I was sitting cross-legged in a state of meditation, a strange thing happened. Something exploded in my brain, and a current of silvery light rising through my spine irradiated my whole brain, and I felt myself expanding in all directions.
The vibrating iron moves through my middle, and my spine is hot, and the sacral vibrates with great energy, spiraling and spinning. I can instantly feel the poison emotions in my middle section vanish, dissipate, with a physical and emotional sense of relief. I continue to catch the tightness in my posture, and I can tell you that the Kundalini is working hard to teach me to let go. Let go. Surrender. As the conversation goes.
Where the mystics of all great nations have come forward to answer some of these questions. Their answer is that there is a conscious reality, an intelligent power behind creation, and that with love, with devotion, with certain disciplines, with truth, with charity, with compassion, one can reach a state of mind where a communion with this intelligent reality is possible.
I knew in my gut there was more to the heart than just the mechanical hum. I could feel the electromagnetic energy emanating from my client's body as I worked with them. I could tell how open or defended someone's heart was, sitting across from them and engaging in dialogue. I could sense the change in the quality of their energy as the client's emotional safety increased. When I would place my hands on their heart or another part of their body to facilitate their emotional work, I felt that an energetic encyclopedia was at my fingertips. Likewise, the quality of my intention and presence seemed to flow from my heart to my client's heart.
The heart can act as an internal pharmacy, dispensing and communicating what's needed where and when. Its rhythm and pulse can enter in all of the body's rhythms and cycles into coherent harmony and communicate many other types of vital information as well. Each person's EKP pattern is as unique as their fingerprint. The wave variations in each heartprint contain information about different organ systems and rhythms in the body. When two people touch, the heart wave of one can be seen registering in the brain wave of the other.
The frequencies in that field, the electromagnetic energy and the frequencies that are in the radiation from the heart, actually change depending upon what we are feeling. Our emotional state influences changes in that electromagnetic signature. For instance, if we're feeling a strong negative emotion like anger or frustration, it creates what researchers call an incoherent spectrum in that electromagnetic field. Lots of different frequencies, fighting for power. The pattern looks very jagged and irregular, kind of like you can see if you were looking at a pattern of an earthquake. And we see that kind of electromagnetic signature again when people are feeling these negative emotions. The good news is that we see a completely different kind of feel when people are feeling positive emotions. Really heart-based emotions, emotions that have long been metaphorically associated with heart. For instance, if we're feeling real genuine appreciation, or sincere care, or real compassion, what we see in that field is what's called a harmonic spectrum.
Now is the time to return your heart to energetic wholeness. The question is not whether you have a broken heart, but how badly broken it is. Every person on the planet has suffered a broken heart. A broken heart can come in the form of a major disappointment, all the way to the ultimate death of a loved one. When we love others, we give pieces of our energetic heart away. It is time to retrieve the pieces of your energetic heart so that you may heal past and present relationships.